Hey everyone, it's Olivia and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm very excited to be sharing with you all my September TBR. August was a very good month for me in terms of reading and my goals. Keep an eye out for my August wrap-up video that will be coming out soon. But I'm really excited to just talk about all the books I have planned to read in this upcoming month. If you've seen some of my previous videos, then you would know that I have been binge reading all of Cassandra Clare's books since like March with my friend Mary, and we are finally getting to like the end of all of these books. I'm planning to just get caught up except for Chain of Gold because we're gonna wait till the whole trilogy's out. The first book that we'll be reading in September is The Red Scrolls of Magic by Cassandra Clare and Wesley Chu. This is the first in a trilogy of books that focus on Magnus and Alec, who are two of my favorite characters and my like OTP from Shadowhunters. And this book follows them on their first vacation, which takes place in the Mortal Instruments series, where they travel basically around the world trying to stop this cult that Magnus actually founded himself as a joke years ago, but now it's come back to bite him in the ass. So I'm really excited to read this. I'm a little apprehensive because Magnus is one of my favorite characters, but I feel like he works really well as a side character. So I don't know if I'm going to like him as a main character. I really hope I do. So the sequel to Red Scrolls of Magic is The Lost Book of the White, which comes out September 1st. So we will definitely be picking that up immediately after we finish Red Scrolls, and that will complete our binge read of all of Cassandra Clare's books. Holy moly, this has been, let's see, Mortal Instruments is 6 books, Infernal Devices is 3 books, that makes 9 books. The Dark Artifices is also 3 books, so that's 12 books, plus the 3 books of short stories, The Bane Chronicles, Ghost of the Shadow Market, and Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy is an additional 3 books, so that's 15 books, plus these 2 that we're gonna read. So that's gonna be 17 Cassandra Clare books that we've read this year. It's really exciting for us to finally just finish this binge read we've been doing. It's insane. I honestly can't believe we did this. We're so close. It's crazy. This is insane. Oh my god. The next book that I'm planning to read is Love and Gelato by Jenna Evans Welch. In September, it is going to be National Read a Book Day on September 6th, so I am planning to read this book and do a reading vlog on it. I decided to choose a contemporary novel because I have been reading a lot of fantasy lately, i.e. Cassandra Clare books, and I typically read contemporary novels a lot faster, so I felt like this was something very doable for National Read a Book Day. I also just flipped through all the pages and saw that the font was a relatively bigger size, so the book doesn't seem that long. I'm especially excited to read this because it takes place in Tuscany, especially right now since international travel is not an option. I would really love to live vicariously through these characters. Love and Gelato is about 16-year-old Lena, who spends the summer in Tuscany because it's her mother's dying wish for her to get to know her father, who hasn't been in the picture her entire life. She is given an old journal of her mother's, and she starts discovering this side of her mother that she never knew, as well as her father and some other secrets that she'll be discovering throughout the summer. I am really excited to read this book. It's been on my TBR for a really long time. It's just been sitting on my shelf, and I finally am picking it up. My friend has read this and said it's super cute, so I'm really excited about that as well. It's really important to know that I am obsessed with Arthurian legend. It is just something that I can't really explain. I just love it, and I have just been reading and watching a lot of adaptations of Arthurian legend, so I am planning to read quite a lot of them in this upcoming month. So the first book on my list of Arthurian legend adaptation books is Once and Future by Amy Rose Capita and Corey McCarthy. I am super excited to be reading this book. The way that it's been marketed is a queer, gender-bent Arthurian legend adaptation in space. So that right off the bat is just super exciting to me. It's really intriguing and highly ambitious, I must say. I don't want to get my hopes up too high because of the level of ambition that writing this novel would take, so I'm keeping it at a very average level of expectation expectations for this book. I hope that I just have a lot of fun reading it because it sounds super interesting, and because I'm not keeping my expectations too high, I hope to be pleasantly surprised by this book. I'm super excited. Once in Future follows Ari, who crash lands on old Earth and pulls the sword out of the stone, revealing that she's the newest reincarnation of King Arthur. And then Merlin, who has been de-aging with every reincarnation, wakes up, and in this universe he is a teenager, and together the two of them have to figure out how to break the curse of Arthur coming back again and again. I'm super excited to read this, and I love a gender bent King Arthur and freaking just a bunch of queer rep in this book. I'm so excited to be reading this. Next up on my little Arthurian legend binge is Avalon High by Meg Cabot. So this is something that honestly I should have read like a long time ago, but I've never read it. There was a Disney Channel adaptation of this book as a movie, which was flat out bad, but I'm really excited to be reading the book. Avalon High follows Ellie, who is a teenager in high school, and she attends Avalon High, hence the title of the book, which seems like a regular American high school, but a lot of drama starts to unravel, and Ellie starts noticing all of these echoes of Arthurian legend and myth coming into play, and she starts suspecting that there is something much more happening here. And the last book that I'm planning to read as part of my Arthurian legend binge for this month is The Guinevere Deception by Kirsten White. This book has a very interesting concept, and I'm super excited to read it and see how the author executes this idea. The Guinevere Deception is about Princess Guinevere, who gets sent to Camelot to marry King Arthur, but she's actually not Guinevere. She's a changeling sent by Merlin in order to protect King Arthur because magic is banned in Camelot and he needs protection. So this concept is really interesting to me. I'm really excited to read this. As you can tell, these three books that I've chosen for my Arthurian legend binge are all focused on strong female characters within the realm of Arthurian legend, and I absolutely love that. So Once in Future and The Guinevere Deception are actually more recent adaptations of Arthurian legend. Both Once in Future and The Guinevere Deception are also the first books in trilogies, I believe. So I'm really hoping that I enjoy these enough to want to continue reading these because I love Arthurian legend so much. And you're probably wondering, is this obsession with Arthurian legend because of Cursed on Netflix? The answer is no. I've been obsessed with Arthurian legend like my whole life, and honestly it's because of BBC Merlin. So I actually did read Cursed last month, and I'll talk more about that in my wrap-up video. And I just started watching the series on Netflix. I have live tweeted my experience watching the first episode, so if you're not following me on Twitter, you are missing out on some really amazing content over there. So I would suggest following me on Twitter. Alright, so we already have like probably way too many books for this month, but I'm just gonna tack another one on at the end here. The last book that I have on my TBR for September is We Contain Multitudes by Sarah Henshaw. This book is about two boys, Jonathan and Adam, who get assigned as partners in English class to be pen pals, and they begin to form not just a friendship, but eventually turns into love, and I am just a sucker for this concept. I really love the concept of writing letters as a form of communication with other people, especially in this day and age where everything is through technology. I think it's such a great personal and intimate way to get to know someone, so I'm really excited to be reading this book. Those are all the books that I am planning to read in September. Let me know in the comments below what you are planning to read. If you like this video, then go ahead and give it a like, and if you want to see more of my stuff, then make sure you hit subscribe and click the bell icon to be notified when I upload, because I upload twice a week on Mondays and Fridays, and you don't want to miss out. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!